Hello, you're very welcome to Classic English Academy Plus. I am Bob and this is 25th session. I am sure that you remember all the things that we talked in last sessions. We did a lot of exercises, had a lot of practices to connect all those grammatical structures into a speaking, to transform the grammar into a speaking format. Well, the most important part of the language starts from the grammar because it is going to make us able to build the language the way that we like. I like to produce negative and question forms of simple sentences. Or I like to make some changes with the verbs, put it simple present to present continuous or past or to the future. Well, with the grammar and the practice alongside with learning more tips and tricks from the other lessons, we are going to be able to make things the way that we like. Of course, we are going to hear things a lot faster, better. We are going to read and understand. The comprehension is going to be very different. The more we can learn, we can produce, the more easier we are going to hear them. It is very easy to read them and to think about them. Well, all these skills are going to get connected. Well, in fact, whenever you're thinking about an issue, you're going to produce some sentences. Try to take notes or write the things that you think that it is correct or it is not correct. Show it to your teacher and try to take some good advices. In fact, the grammar is going to help us to think in English. Present continuous is going to talk about the things that we are doing it right now, like the way that I am speaking and you are hearing. Well, you're listening to me. Maybe you're just hearing me. You're not listening to me, huh? You're doing something else, but at the same time, you're looking at the monitor, hearing me, but you're listening to kind of music or somebody is speaking there. So you are doing all the things together. This is present continuous. Maybe you are preparing for an exam around the time of speaking. This is another use of the present continuous. The more knowledge we have, the better understanding of the language we are going to make. Present continuous can go for negative and question forms. Let's see what are they going to make for us in the lesson. And then we go to the practices and perfect exercises. Let's go. Okay, this is session 25th. Well, I remember that we talked about present simple and present continuous. I am sure that you know them by structure and by use. Well, present simple and present continuous are trying to show us something very, very particular. They are going to show us that English language has got two different tenses. Well, at least we know there are two different tenses, okay? In present, it is present simple and present continuous. Let me tell you something and show it by the timeline. Do you remember that? As far as I remember, we already talked about this. We have timeline. One timeline that this shows the simple tenses, like past tenses, like present tenses, like future tenses. Do you remember this? Yes, of course. We have another timeline, and that is very, very interesting. Look at this part. Well, in fact, it is not very difficult to understand, but you can guess it. Look at this one. Well, we have again the past. Well, we have the future, of course, and we have here. This is very, very interesting. So we have two present, simple and continuous. It is all very, very easy, as I said. I remember that I showed the past with letter A, present B, and future C. A, B, C in English. Okay. We talked about the present, like present simple. Well, am is are in present simple. Yes, of course. Speak also in present simple. Well, we can say go with present simple. Now we talked about the past. We say am, is, and are. You remember this? We put it like this. We say it is was and were. Speak, spoke, go, went. And we have another form of the verb. Do you remember it? It is regular verb. These two are irregulars. There is no any, clear, simple past, but we must learn them through exercises. Do you remember walk? Yes, we need to put ed here. Yes, of course. And what is the present? It is a walk. Easy. We have again here B, and this A, B, and C. It is another color. Yeah. And something about the future. You remember? We just put the will with the root of the verb. Okay? Like be as the root of the verb. Like speak. Like go or walk. Yeah. We can say all of them. If you want to make this negative, you can add not to this. Well, not, of course. What about was and were? Oh, here we have was not and wasn't or were not. The full form of not. What about these? Spoke, went, or walk? Yes, we said did. For the question, yeah, remember this? Q. I just write Q. And for the negative, we said didn't. What about these two? Well, easy, huh? Do, yeah, or does. We say does, of course. And also, we have do not here and does not, the same way that we have it for the rest of the verbs. It's very easy for the future to make it negative. This is the tense line. And it is all simple. I mean simple, not continuous, okay? Yes. So we have tense line number 1. What about the tense line number 2? We have it here. Something very interesting. Huh? Of course, it's very easy. And I'm sure that you remember. This is the am, is, are as the main verb. Yes, and we have here am, is, are again, but this is very different. Well, we know these as helping verbs, and they are going to help us to produce continuous forms. Number 2 is not simple, but it is continuous. Okay, so we say continuous tenses. Tense line, it is tense line 2. Tense line number 1, tense line number 2. Look at it, this one. And this tense line number 2 is the matter of the continuous tense. Am, is, are with a verb that adds ing, like I am writing, or he is listening. He is listening to me. Yes, of course. So am, is, are here, we can use this to make it continuous. We really need to know these structures and follow the instructions and structures. Okay, we have two forms of the tenses. Be very careful. We have number one as the simple tenses. We have number two as continuous tenses. Of course, you remember that with am, is, are, we can put it not here to make it negative. The same way as a negative and the questions the same way. Really. This is very, very special verb. Am, is, are is very special verb. To be, we say be verb. To be verb, of course, is the root of to be. And that's why we have be here as the root of the verb. Okay, we just explain this, that we have will with, yes, the root of the verb, and be is the root of the verb. Do you remember it? Well, here we have am, is, are, not. Okay, I am not, for instance, I can say, I am not writing. This is negative. Very simple. He is not listening. You can say to somebody, well, a learner, a student at the class, and say, you're not listening to me now. He is not listening. I hope that, yes, they listen, because it's very important for their future, for their understanding, improving their understanding. Okay, we have here something like in be tenses. Well, we have simple tenses for all the routine things that we do it every morning, every afternoon, before we go to bed, before we go to work, we do something, okay? Before we go home, we do something at work, and it is a routine. It is called simple present, or you can say it present simple. We have present continuous for the actions that are happening now. Okay, all those actions are happening now and around the time of speaking. I am sure that you remember this part. It is very, very important. No, here, we can, of course, write this, but it is not very interesting to show the simple present and present continuous on one single timeline. This is going to be very, very, well, difficult to understand, in fact. As I said, it is a little bit difficult to understand both of them. So we have it like these two, A, B, and C here. Okay, you can say, I go to work before 7 and I am going now. So in second sentence, what time is it? Of course, it is before 7. In second tense, this is the first sentence. This is the second sentence. This is the first tense. This is the second tense. In second tense, in second sentence, what time is it? It is before 7. Yes. I am going now. It means that it is before 7 o'clock in the morning and I am going to work. I say I go to work before 7. It happens every day of the week. Okay, those working hours, working day. And we say this the time that we are doing it. And I am going now. Okay, I can say here, I am not going now. You know why? Because it is 7 before, and before that, however, I am not ready. I am not going. Now, here we need but. Do you remember the conjunctions? We always talk about this, that please add a conjunction and continue a sentence for another idea. Try to make different ideas. This is particularly important. Look at this one. I go to work before 7, but I am not going now. It means that now it is before 7, but I am very busy, or I do not have time to collect all my things, or something just cropped up and, well, I cannot do this. So it is present, present simple. This is present simple. It happens all the time. And this is present continuous. There are two tenses. Look at it. This is very different. But we can connect them together. Sometimes we need to say it with simple forms or negative forms. And I can say, it is 7 o'clock. Are you going to work? Yes, of course, why not? I can tell the person, I can say another person. I can say this on the phone. I am talking on the phone and I'm telling him or her that it's almost 7 o'clock. Are you going? Are you going to work? Are you going to work now? You can say it. Yes. I am making the question. Here, I just make the negative. Negative, and this is question. So the negative forms and the question forms are all the same. The same as to be, because we know and we already know how to make this in a negative form. It is not very difficult. Let's get in the lesson and do the rest of the exercises and some special practice as we do every time. Okay, Essential Grammar in Use, Unit 4. Well, exercises in Unit 4 are very, very interesting. They try to help us to talk, to think about new sentences and talk. 4.1, look at this one, is very, very particular. Are you watching it? It means TV. Look at it. Do you remember? We talk about it. It represents something like a TV, like a literal thing. Literal thing is something that we can see it. Okay, this is it. It is an object. The TV is an object. You watch it. Are you watching it? You can say, yes, it's very interesting. Yes, it's my, for instance, favorite TV show, TV program. This is very interesting, huh? Yes, see you tomorrow. 4.1, number 2. Look at this one. You go now. Are you going now? She is your colleague, huh? Are you going now? And she says, yes, see you tomorrow. Okay, so there is a conversation, very short talk. And we have number 3, the same. No, not at the moment. Oh, yes. Is it? Do you remember it? We used it for weather. Yes. Is it raining? And you are at the window? You say, no, not at the moment. This is a very short, informal way of speaking because they are friends. They are colleagues. But in the beginning, try to say that no, it is not now. Okay? We can say this too. We can say, no, it is not now. Okay. Number 4, you enjoy the film. The film means the film that we are watching now. Are you enjoying it? Are you enjoying it? Enjoying it. The pronunciation, okay, of this IT is going to change. When it is subject, we say it's a sunny day. When it is an object, we say it. It, it. Are you enjoying it? It. That clock work. Is that clock working? Is that clock working? And there is an answer. No, it's broken. Well, it doesn't work. It means it doesn't work. It's very funny. Look at the answer, number 4. I just go and come back. Look at it. Because I just like you to compare them. Okay, compare. Comparing the answers. Look at one, it is broken. It is a full sentence. The whole. The subject, the verb, okay, complement, everything. It's very funny. Yes, it's very funny. So you can talk in different ways. You can talk it short. Yes, see you tomorrow. No, not at the moment. You can turn it off. Look at this one. Turn it off. Okay. Or you can say, yes, I am watching it. Or yes, I am. Okay. So there are different forms of answers. You wait for a bus. A bus. Do not say for bus. No. We need a here. Are you waiting for a bus? Are you waiting? Look at one. For a bus. Now for a taxi. You can also say, no, I'm waiting for a taxi. A longer answer. It is a lot better to practice with long answers rather than short and just connecting words together, because we are in the elementary level. Now I am waiting for a taxi. Again, we have a here. Look at it. A bus, a taxi. Very interesting. Okay. So here, this part, we have the answers. The conversation is complete. Almost it is with short answers or longer answers. Now here, 4.2, we have just questions. Now we can answer whatever we like. It's very easy. Are you reading? Yes. Are you reading? Yes, of course. What are you reading? WH question. Do you remember? We make the questions. Okay, and then we put WH in the beginning of the question. So for the question, I need the verb of the question, and the main verb. For the sentence, every sentence has a main verb. Either it is in simple present or present continuous or past or future. Okay, no different. We have the helping verb to make a question. We have the main verb for a sentence. And now we like to, it is necessary to add WH question. You say, are you reading? Yes, I am. Yes, I am. What are you reading? It's a novel. It's a great novel. You can add an adjective here. Any relative interesting adjectives. And a lot of adjectives we have here. Or all the adjectives, you can put it here for many adjectives. Okay. Is a great old novel. Yes, you can say it. Where is she going? You can say, I think She is going for a meal. You remember this? Yes, I'm trying to use the other lessons to answer these lessons. You can say, I think she is going for a meal. Yeah. What are you eating? Are you eating? Yes, of course. Yeah. You see, this is A and I am B. Yes, of course. And say, what are you eating? It's my lunch. You can answer it, huh? It's my lunch. B says this one. B can say the other one too. Look at it. This is very easy. Yeah, of course. So every time that we hear something, we must be ready to answer it back. Okay? This is a skill in speaking. Before we go to the real world, okay, we have a conversation in a job interview or anything like an exam, we really need to have a lot of practice. There is a lady and a kid. The kid is crying. Why are you crying? Yes, you can say it, huh? Are you crying? She sees that he is crying. Okay. It is not necessary, she asks, if you are crying, huh? Are you crying? What are you crying? And the boy can say, okay, the boy is B, huh? The lady is A. I lost my ball. Yes, it's possible. What are they looking at? What are they looking at? Well, there is a question. They ask the question. This is the question. And these people are looking at something in the sky. You can say anything. They are looking at a plane. I think there is a trouble with the plane. Okay, B. There is a special bird in the sky. There is a trouble, huh? There is a special anything in the sky. Is he laughing? First, you can say it, is he laughing? Yes, of course he is laughing. The A says, is he laughing? And A makes another question, say, why is he laughing? Okay, he is remembering an accident, a funny accident. Huh? I think, you can also say, I think he is remembering an accident or a joke. Okay, anything that you like. So, A and B, look at it. Very easy. Yes, you need to make a lot of different ideas. You need to make a lot of sentences to produce your ideas. You need to make some new questions, some new answers. Every time that we have something very easy like this, you really can have a lot of different practice, a lot of different exercises at the same time that we are doing these exercises of the book. There are two more exercises. The first one is very easy. It likes to know that if we can connect the words and make a question. This is
Making a question is very, very important as the other rest of the structures. Is Ben working today? Yes, we do not have WH questions. And number one. Number two, say, what are the children doing? Are the children doing what? If you say, are the children doing, you need to add something here. But I do not know what are the children doing. I'm asking you, what are the children doing? Say, they were playing. Okay. You are listening to me. Are you listening to me? Are you listening to me? And where are your friends going? Yeah, are your friends going? Yes, you can say. This is correct too. Are your friends going? Just imagine that they are at home, okay, and they finish their lunch. It is in the afternoon now, and they are preparing to leave. You can ask your children, are your friends going? Or you can say, where are your friends going? This is another question. This is another issue. Are your parents watching TV? You need to start it with capital A. Are your parents? Because every time that they listen to TV, they watch the TV, yes, the sounds, well, is very high that every person can hear it around. Are your parents watching? I hope that it doesn't happen. Watching TV. Here we have question form again. Somebody thinks that you're very familiar. You have a very, very familiar face, and looking at you in a bar, or I can say, well, somewhere on the bus, and say, why are you looking at me? You tell her or him, why are you looking at me? And he or she says, well, I think that I know you. Yes. Try to make an idea. Try to make new answers, new different kind of sentences. Why are you looking at me? Look at somebody or something. It's an idiom. Now it is happening at the time of speaking. Are you looking at me? Why are you looking at me? And you can say, well, I think that I know you. Okay, this is very, very easy part of the exercise, but we can connect it to a better sentence. Are you watching TV? No, I am not. Is this a yes, I am, or no, I am not, etc. Etc. means anything else that you remember, you like to make it. Well, the system of the book is the same as mine. I have the same system of the book. This is not a new or I made it up. No, this is the Cambridge system. They try to produce a lot of sentences. They try to push the learners to think what they like to say. Are you wearing a watch? No, not necessarily. Or anything that you can say. Are you eating something? Yes, I am. Or you can say, yes, I am eating some biscuits. Is it raining? Well, yes, it's raining. Yes, it's raining heavily. Or any forms of the sentences that you like. And I don't think it stops very soon. Okay? I don't think it anything. Are you feeling well? Yes. I think I will be better in next few hours. But I also go to visit a doctor. Yes, it is possible. Why not? You can say a lot of different sentences. Okay, I think that it is enough for this session. Let's have another lesson in next session. This is going to be very different. You will see it. Have a nice time. By the way, yes, take care of yourself a lot. See you. Bye.